she didn't go to Cannes. No red carpet. No photographers calling her name. No flashing lights following her every step. And yet, somehow, that night belonged to her. When Demet Özdemir decided not to attend the Cannes Film Festival this year, the entertainment world couldn't believe it. Why didn't she go? That was the question echoing across social media. Her name was trending within minutes. But what no one knew was that Demet had already planned something quiet, emotional, and deeply personal. Because even from miles away, she found a way to reach Yaman. That night, under the glittering sky of the French Riviera, Yaman was the center of attention. Cameras flashed endlessly. Every magazine wanted his photo, every reporter wanted a statement. He was smiling, charming as always, but those who know him well could see something different in his eyes. A kind of stillness. A shadow behind the light. And then, something unexpected happened. Just before he walked onto the red carpet, a Cannes staff member handed him a small envelope. It had no sender's name, no signature, only a simple golden seal and a single word written in elegant handwriting. Always. Inside, a folded piece of fine paper carried a short message. Even if I'm not there, you'll know. Some things don't need to be seen to be felt. No one around him knew what it meant. But Ken froze. His eyes softened. The people near him thought he was just taking a moment to breathe before the cameras. But those words, they hit him hard. Because only one person ever used that word with him, always. Back when they were filming together, when they were still two young stars discovering fame and love at the same time, Demet had written the same word in a small notebook she used to keep on set. It was their private sign, a promise that even when they had to walk separate paths, something between them would remain untouched. So when he read it again, years later, at Cannes, in front of the world, he knew. It was from her. But the story doesn't end there. A few hours later, social media started buzzing again, this time with a different kind of rumor. A mysterious woman had been spotted entering the gala hall where Ken was attending a private dinner. Her face was partly covered by a satin mask, her dress elegant but simple, and in her hands, she carried a white rose with a golden ribbon. Some guests whispered that she approached the organizers, delivered the rose to the main table, and quietly left before anyone could ask her name. The rose was later seen placed right next to Can's seat. And on that ribbon? The same word, always. Fans went wild. Did Demet send someone to Cannes? Was that her assistant? Was it a symbolic gesture? Nobody knew for sure, but the connection was undeniable. In the days that followed, people began piecing together clues. Just a few hours before the event, Demet had posted a story on Instagram, a soft sunset photo, with the caption, "Sometimes distance speaks louder than presence." No location tag. No name. No explanation. But the timing was perfect. Tabloids exploded with headlines like Demet's silent message to Ken shakes Cannes and a rose, a word, a promise, what's still between them? Insiders later revealed that Demet had indeed arranged for a close friend, a stylist she'd known for years, to attend the festival on her behalf. She didn't want to make a spectacle of it. She wanted it to be quiet, elegant, meaningful. A way to say, "I'm proud of you," without standing in his spotlight. That's how Demet operates, subtle, emotional, mysterious. And Cannes? He didn't say a word about it. But that night, when he went up to receive a small honorary recognition for his international success, his voice trembled slightly. "Sometimes," he said, "the people who aren't here are the ones you feel the most." The audience thought he was talking about family, or old friends. But those who truly follow their story knew better. That sentence, simple and quiet, was his way of saying thank you. Behind the cameras, one of the photographers who had been covering the event shared a small detail that melted hearts. When Ken walked off stage, he touched the golden ribbon still wrapped around the rose and smiled. Just for a second. Not the smile of a superstar, but the kind of smile you give when something deep inside you remembers. Meanwhile, back in Istanbul, Demet was reportedly filming late into the night. Crew members noticed she seemed calm, almost peaceful. Between scenes, she sat by the monitor, scrolling through Can photos, and when one of them asked if she regretted not going, she simply replied, "Some stories don't need witnesses." Those words spread across fan pages like wildfire. Because if there's one thing the world knows by now, it's that Demet and Can's connection has never really faded. No matter how many oceans, projects, or years separate them, there's always a silent dialogue between their souls, expressed not through interviews or public displays, but through tiny, private gestures that only they understand. That's what made this Can moment so powerful. It wasn't about fame. It wasn't about attention. It was about emotion, quiet, genuine emotion. The gesture became a symbol. A white rose. A single word. A connection that refuses to disappear. In the following days, Demet's fans began sharing edited videos of the two stars, clips from their old dramas, interviews, and behind-the-scenes laughter, overlaid with the caption, "She didn't go, but he felt her there." Within hours, those edits gathered millions of views on TikTok and Instagram. The phrase, "She didn't go but her message shocked Can" became one of the most viral lines of the month. Some entertainment journalists even speculated that this might mark the beginning of a new chapter. Not necessarily romantic, but emotional. A quiet reconciliation of respect and shared memories. Because sometimes love isn't about being together. It's about still caring, silently, from afar, and knowing that a part of you still matters to someone, even when the world isn't watching. By the end of the week, fans noticed something else. Both Demet and Can started following the same Can photographer on Instagram, the one who had captured the now famous image of the rose on the gala table. Coincidence? Maybe. But to those who believe in their story, it felt like another hidden sign. And as the festival lights faded, and the French Riviera returned to its calm rhythm, one thing remained clear: Demet Özdemir didn't need to walk the red carpet to make an impact. She stole the spotlight from miles away, with nothing more than a word, a rose, and a feeling that refused to fade. Because real emotion doesn't need cameras. It just needs truth. And that night, the truth whispered louder than applause. Days later, during a live interview in Rome, a journalist casually mentioned Can and asked Can if he had received any special messages during the festival. For a moment, he hesitated, his usual confident tone softened. Then, with a small smile, he replied, "Some messages don't need words. They find you when they should." That single sentence sent the internet into chaos. Fans immediately connected it to the mysterious envelope and the rose. Edits flooded YouTube and TikTok, slow-motion clips of Can looking at the rose, intertwined with Demet's soft smile in old interviews. The soundtrack? A whispering voice repeating one word, always. Behind the scenes, insiders say Demet saw the interview too. She reposted a quote on her story that same evening. "When you understand without explanation, that's when the bond is real." No tags. No hashtags. But everyone knew who it was for. And just like that, the Can story transformed from gossip to legend. A silent conversation between two souls who once shared everything. She didn't go to Can. She didn't need to. Because somehow, without a single word, she made the whole world remember their story again.